Okay, in this video we're going to be reviewing the stock of the 6th largest bank in the United States, Goldman Sachs. Is Goldman Sachs a buy for 2018, or should we look at investing our money somewhere else in that complex thing humans call the stock market? Now, before we get started, this is the part of my December stock analysis series for 2018 shares, so don't forget to subscribe and check out some of those other videos in this series. Goldman Sachs is drenched in years of history as being a major bank in the United States. Founded in New York by German Marcus Goldman, Goldman Sachs is a multinational finance company, so they participate in a range of things including investment management, investment banking, and securities. Investment management is basically professional asset management. Investment banking includes IPOs, mergers and acquisitions, and securities is buying and selling financial assets. Now, I know this sounds pretty damn confusing to a lot of people, but when we buy a business we must understand how it operates, how does it generate income, how are we going to get a return on investment, and to do so we need to understand the basic functions of what the business is about. One of Warren Buffett's elements of risk is not having the knowledge and understanding of your investments, so when investing I try eliminate this risk. I'm not going to bore you with the ins and outs of Goldman Sachs' core operations, but I will give you some basic insights into how I am analyzing this business. Let's bring up the graph. As you can see, this business is by no means small. With a market cap of $92.77 billion, the size in itself helps eliminate risk. Looking at the price, it is $246 for a share of this company, and based on the past earnings, this will give you a return of $19.24. This obviously gives us the PE of 19.78. Now, to be honest, when I see a PE below 15 in this market, I'm always going to be drawn towards that share. As an established bank, it is bringing through some solid returns, so I'm pretty happy with that. Never going to complain with a decent return on my business. For me, I like this business looking at its figures. It's bringing in good returns and it's got a high book value compared to its price. It's a huge business, not the most exciting of businesses around. It's no SpaceX looking to fly to Mars, but it is stable and profitable. But owning this business comes with its risks, and these risks are by no means menial. I mean, just type in Goldman Sachs on YouTube and see the results that pop up. Goldman Sachs, power and peril. Goldman Sachs, leaked client info for profits. Is Goldman Sachs evil? I mean, when you get to a business that size, it's always going to have a couple of questionable parts to it, integrity-wise. So think about that if you do decide to invest in this business. The other major risk, possibly the biggest risk of owning this share, is that Goldman Sachs has a high debt-to-equity ratio of 3.12. For every dollar in equity that it has, its debt is triple that. This is something all investors should be concerned about if they were to buy this share. This is a high risk, especially if the market were to collapse. Highly leveraged businesses will be the ones that will bear the most risk. Just look at the major banks in our last depression. Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked, is how Warren Buffett puts it. Are Goldman Sachs swimming naked? Well, I'll leave that to you to decide, but there's always that possibility that if that sneaky tide does decide to come out, you know, it might be found out. By the way, that's a metaphor for market crash or depression for those who don't get it. In conclusion, I do like the numbers in this business, and a lot of the underlying numbers of banks in the United States today. However, this stock has high debt and a dodgy history, which makes me quite apprehensive to invest. If you are going to invest in this share, do some in-depth research of its risks and make sure you are happy to carry those risks with your investment. Well, that was my analysis on Goldman Sachs stock for 2018. Remember, if you want to learn more about investing and the stock market, hit that subscribe button and have a beautiful day. Bless you all.